What's up, everybody? It's me, Feather. Welcome to Feathered Leo Tarot, where it's Leo here all the time, and it doesn't matter where it's at in your chart. Welcome back. Thank you so much for your support, your likes, shares, subscribes, donations of love, requests for readings. Yeah, you're amazing. Your comments, you're amazing. Coming and hanging out with me. Thumbs up, click the live chat button, come say hello to me. I love talking. I love talking to y'all. Update me on your situations. We're going to see what's really going on in your situation. I have a specific message. So this might be a deep dive. It's probably going to be a deep dive. Most of the times it is. So sit back, relax, come and say hi, chit chat with us. Lioness, our moderator, is here. Hello, beautiful thing. I hope you're doing good today. And for those of you listening to the podcast, thank you so much for being so awesome and for tuning in. So, Leos, what's really going on here? What's really going on here? There's an underlying feeling. Good morning, Redbeard. There's an underlying feeling I'm getting. Some of you are dealing with something. I can't really put my finger on it. Give me just a second. Let me find the deck. Some of you may be going through some major spiritual ascension. And I don't normally talk about this. The really woo-woo stuff is not my forte. Karmic relationships, polarity, soul growth, conflict. Again, some of you may be going through some serious spiritual ascension. Double mission. I got it. Some of you are star seeds, light workers, and it says serve the world by being you. Okay. So some of you are star seeds, light workers. I had a feeling there was something. So this might be more of a spiritual woo-woo reading. I'm not sure, but what's really going on here is I'm talking to a light worker. So you may be going through some sort of you may be in service to the world somehow. You may have dealt with a whole bunch of karmic relationships in order to get you to the point where you are right now. I'm telling you, this isn't my typical reading. Okay, this isn't my typical reading. I stay more in the realm of the 3D, what's going on up here, what's going on in here, and how can you improve yourself and your life. So namaste to all of you who have definitely gone through major transition, major spiritual awakening, who are opening up to your gifts. It's not always easy. But for whomever needs this, let's see what's really going on in your situation. Karmic relationships, soul growth, lots of conflict. Some of you may be gold ray twin flames. I know that I just recently found out that I am. But I am of service to the world. So that's my mission. I didn't realize it until I found out just recently. Okay. So there has been a lot of confusion coming up until this point for you. A lot of confusion in regards to, this is really, oh gosh. Okay, thanks, Fred. Fred's going to take us on a journey here today. Fred's taking me on a journey here today. So Fred is basically dropping me into this energy and telling me that I'm going to have to work my ass off today. Okay, fine. Thanks, Fred, making it easy. Some of you have really maybe you dealt with a Virgo or a Gemini, or have it heavily in your chart. There's been a lot of confusion in regards to why. It's like, why me? Why do I have to go through this? Really heavy when you deal with very painful, confusing relationships. Okay. And it's like, why me? Why do I keep going through this? Why can't I get better? Why are my manifestations not getting better? Struggling with manifesting. You may have bought my book, Oh, Please Be Your Own Hero, my manifesting survival guide. You may have done the meditations and the manifestations and all of the things and all of the stuff, but it's like nothing gets better. Well, that was your past. That's where we're coming into this energy at. But if you are of service to others, if you're a light worker, a star seed, you're going to deal with those kinds of connections. If you are supposed to be doing something like I'm doing here, or guiding others in some way, being some sort of teacher or, spiritual guide or any kind of thing like that, doesn't matter. You could be in healthcare. You could be a caregiver. You could, all the guys are raising children, anything. You could go through a lot of this stuff, and it's really heavy here on you. And it's more of a spiritual heaviness, but you feel a void in your heart space. Ooh, citrine. I need some citrine right now. It's really heavy on your heart space. You may feel a void or a space. It's like it's missing. Something's missing. But it's for a purpose. It really is. Spiritual awakening, spiritual ascension ain't easy. Okay, but somebody needed this message today, so I'm gonna give it to you. And thank you to one of my past partners. He's a rock hound, and I love rocks and gems and all of that. And I was given this heart-shaped citrine. Isn't it beautiful? Natural, of course. So there's a lot of heart healing going on for you. You may want to Reiki you may want to Reiki infuse if you're Reiki master or something like that. Or if you go get Reiki, ask to be infused with the energy of citrine. It may be very uplifting for you. It's kind of like sunshine in your pocket. You know what I mean? Sunshine in your heart space, which is very healing and very warming, especially if you've felt kind of void of love. Or it's not that you may not be depressed, you may not be sad, you may not even understand why you've been feeling the way you've been feeling, to be honest with you. Well, it's because you got some stuff to do here on this planet, okay, that you may not understand. Okay, it's coming to an end. It's coming to an end. This confusion, it's learning. You're learning this, and it's new steps. Okay, so what you're doing here is you may have gone through a lot of third party. God, I gotta stop, and I gotta get comfortable. So give me just a second, because this is pretty heavy. But this is necessary for some people in my tribe. So give me just a sec. I'm going to get comfy and cozy here. Try not to knock down the table. That would be very bad because there's a lot of equipment on it. That would be very bad. So cozy and comfy, and here we go. So what am I seeing? Okay. So some of you, whoever's going to resonate with it, I can't get comfortable. So whoever's going to resonate with this, you have dealt with third-party energies. People didn't choose you. You weren't chosen. You may have, your whole life, you may have been the one that was picked last for the softball team, or the field, field day, or you were picked last in anything. Like you were lined up in class, and PE, and people chose you last. You were like a bench warmer. You always came in last. Not that you're not a winner or that you're not talented. It's just you weren't first choice, or you weren't first pick. And in relationships, this kind of energy throughout your life shows up in, maybe you don't have a lot of friends. Maybe you're not really outgoing. You could be very hermit. You may hermit yourself. You may be just have very few close friends. Some of you may have close friends and nobody knows who the F you are. They may not, nobody really knows who you are. Nobody gets deep enough. Nobody understands you. Ugh. For whomever you are, I'm sending you love and hugs. It's not a bad thing. It's just the energy where you may have been in a lot of third party relationships, okay, where somebody always chose work over you, or another person over you, or something else over you, or over your connection, okay? Oh, I'm sorry. My hair is bothering me today. So it does its own thing. It's raining outside, so it's humid. It's like 120% humidity, so just deal with it, okay? Meh. Yes, I am that vain. You're so vain. Yeah, I'm a face of Nourish You'll Live. I'm a face of all of my business. I like to look decent most days. Most days. So this is an energy where you were always picked last, or people chose someone else over you in relationships, or they didn't. And it leaves you with a sense of feeling rejected. You know, even though you are good enough and you are talented and you are handsome or beautiful, or, you know, your sex is awesome or whatever the hell, you still weren't chosen or picked. Or you may have felt like you've had a shit ton of relationships while everybody else has been in a relationship for 25 years. You understand? Or 15 years, or 5 or 6 years. You're like the last one standing. Okay. You're the single one in the group. Okay. That sucks. It does. But there's a purpose to it. Okay. So you are releasing this because there could have been something that happened in the past, going back to childhood, where you've been carrying rejection with you, and that emotional wounding is being released. And there's a softening of your energy. Now, you may not be extremely emotionally expressive. You may not be like, I love you, man. I love you, man. I love you, man. You might be like, love you. Catch you later. You know, but it's a softening of this heart space. It's a warming of your heart space, a softening of your heart space, and it's actually preparing you for leadership in a spiritual sense, in a leadership role. So some of you may be becoming therapists, life coaches, spiritual woo-woo gurus like me or better, you know, tarot readers, intuitives, whatever it is. All right. So this is healthcare, leadership, therapy, you know, teaching in some way that allows you to unblock a stuckness here in your heart space that prepares you for more in the heart space. So this is a new chapter for you. So you're going to have some lessons in regards to this, okay? So I just want you to know that this is a woo-woo reading, but this is actually preparing you for something larger in your life, whether that be a new career path for some of you, and others of you, it's for a relationship, okay? I'm going to switch decks. That was pretty intense. I think that was a specific message, and we're going to just kind of slide this over. So I believe that your karmic relationships and your third parties, I think that's in the past. That's a thing of the past for you, where, you know, people didn't choose you, you were juggled, you were third partied, and I think you've learned a major lesson of self-love, and you're releasing a feeling of rejection that has been with you for quite some time. And now when when we are in these third parties, or we accept or allow ourselves to be in third party relationships where we're dating married people and we know they're married, and we kind of sneak in on the side, or they have another relationship, the relationship 555 on the screen right now. Hey, everybody in the shadows. It doesn't matter. Some of them can be married in other partnerships. Some of them can be married to their business, their work, their career, their hobbies, their friends, their family, but not really involve themselves in a connection with us. And if we continue to allow it instead of addressing it, it just kind of snowballs into this big, gnarly, nasty thing inside of ourselves where we feel like we're not worthy. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Wayne's World. And it really manifests negatively. And then from that space of I'm not worthy, nobody loves me, nobody chooses me, I'm always picked last, they don't love me enough, they don't care enough. It's not about them at all. It's ultimately about you and how you feel about yourself. Okay? And this is you realizing this. Like, I don't need to be rejected. I've been rejecting myself long enough. I love who I am. I love the kind of person I am. I love my life. I love my experiences. Has it all been great? No, fuck no, it hasn't. However, I'm choosing to feel good about me. And when I feel good about me, I'm going to meet somebody that feels good about them. And when they feel good about them and I feel good about me, we're going to feel good about each other together moving forward. And choosing yourself in love like this, also, you refuse to fight with anybody that doesn't deepen a connection with you. You're like, I'm not going to stick to it. I'm not going to go for that. I'm not going to go for that. Won't go for that. No. Oh, man. What's that song? That I don't even know who sings that song. But yeah, you get to that point where you're like, I'm not going to deal with this anymore. What's up, Latisa? Hey, beauty. So I love this energy because this is a fullness of heart where you're saying, I don't need someone that much. I don't need someone that's not going to choose me. I'm going to choose me. And if they want their hobbies and they want their friends and they want their marriages and their other relationships, or they want their money, let them go. Because that just frees me up for someone that does want to choose me. You are no longer taking the bench. You're no longer a bench warmer here, babies. You're telling the universe right here, right now, and some of you, this has been since the last full moon, that you're not going to take it anymore. And it's not in anger. It's not in resentment. It's not. It's just like, why haven't I gotten shit together? Why haven't I gotten my shit together? Why can't I get my shit together? Why can't I stay organized? It's because you haven't chosen yourself. You've been carrying around a sense of rejection. So that rejection bottled up inside of yourself actually manifests in many different ways, where you don't choose your business. You don't choose your career. It's like you don't matter, really. You're just out here surviving. All right? Because you've carried around this sense of rejection for so long, you just automatically assume that everyone and everything, even if it's not cognizant, you're not cognizant of it. What does that mean? You're not aware of it. Underneath it all, subconsciously, you feel rejected. And that's a limiting belief. And that limiting belief can hold you back from so many of the things that you truly do desire, even if you don't even know it's there. It's like being bit by a dog. I don't know why I'm saying this. Somebody may need to hear this the way this is coming out, because I'm like, I don't even know how this relates. I don't even know how it relates. Just friggin' go with it, okay? You never know what you're going to get here. Hey, I'm Feather. Hey, everybody in shadows. Give me a like, thumbs up. Come say hi to me in chat. This is like being bit by a dog when you're really young. And because it was so scary for you, um, you may have forgotten about the whole situation. You know, you may have a scar on your arm or on your leg or, something like that. But it's like, you may have forgotten the whole situation by the time you're your age now. But underneath it all, you still fear dogs. Like, you don't want a dog. You don't like being around anybody with a dog. When you're walking around outside and people have dogs on their leash and stuff, you just avoid. And you may not even understand why. You're just like, I got this fear of dogs, or I just don't like dogs. Because something happened to you in your past that, subconsciously you're automatically afraid of the dogs. So this is very similar. I mean, I'm not saying you're afraid of dogs. That was an example, people. This is releasing that, which opens you up to thriving. Self-love, being able to share that love with others, being able to receive the love as well. Okay? It's a new thing. Yes, psychological trauma. Yes. Thank you, Redbeard. Are you a therapist? Are you in like psychology? Did you go to college for psychology? I just want to know. Because I'm nosy like that. So, yeah, we've all been bitten by something in our life. And this was something that created a sense of rejection, that has caused you to stay out of balance, has caused your manifestations to not come in properly. Not that you're not trying. You're doing what you need to do. But this is the reason, this is the whole reason. Am I going to do a shameless plug? Yes, I am. But it's for your best and highest good. This is why I created my 10-week online retreat. It is completely free, no strings attached. You can donate if you would like, but all you got to do is donate your email address to actually get it. And you get, it took me a couple months to create the entire program. And I take you through an entire series. We go on a wave system where we go through solfeggio frequencies, visual stimulation, visual stim, soothing. We go from release work, deep release work. Then we kind of lift you up and give you a break for a week. Then we take you on some deeper release work, and then kind of some healing more, and Reiki energy as well. So I take you on this entire like ebb and flow of deep release, deeper release, ease up on you for a while. And then at the end, start implementing self-love, love of the universe, receiving energy. It's beautiful. But I created it for free because since I've started doing this in 2016, not just the readings, but the clients that I've had is the reason why I became a life coach and created this program and wrote my book, because every single person that I have worked with, it has been the same thing. Self-love, self-respect, self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem, self-awareness, self-respect, all of it. It's all of the self, and everything comes from the self. And we don't even realize that these things happen. But when we do these meditation, any type of meditation is the best way, fastest way, easiest way to release ourselves from these negative limiting beliefs, these negative vibrations that we carry as deeply as we carry them. Meditation, even just a few seconds, is all you need. And I'm saying, in a 10-minute span to 15-minute span of meditating, you may get a 5-second actual zone. And that's all you need, 3 to 5 seconds to help you. Okay. But it helps calm your energy enough, the breathing and the calming, to help you release these negative vibrations, which then allows you to start manifesting better ways. But you don't realize that you're doing it. This is something that you haven't realized that you have been doing it. Some of you on this ascension path or on this spiritual awakening journey, it's like you kind of feel like you're in outer space, kind of like zoned out, outer space. Why can't I get right? Why doesn't anything work out for me? Why do I feel so far away from everybody else? Why do I feel so different from the rest of the fucking world? That's being challenged here in your energy. It's being released. You're no longer going to fight it. You may just be different than everybody else. You may have a defect or a disability. You may have a genetic abnormality, or you may not look the same as everybody else, or you just may speak differently. Your voice, there's something about you that's different, whether it's your spirituality, where you're not the same as everybody in your community. I'm going to raise my hand there. I'm completely different than everybody around me. But I'm not ashamed of what I do. I was for a long time. I was afraid because I knew that, I would get stoned. Seriously, I would get berated. I have been. But I have since, I give no fucks. You either accept me or you don't. And if you're going to get violent with me, we can throw down. There's no reason that should happen, but people are rude. There are people who are total hypocrites, and they're totally rude when, they say they're going to accept you. And I'm just going to say this. There are some religions that are the worst. And I grew up Christian, but I'm saying it's, there are some people who there's, even in childhood, if you have a defect or an abnormality or something, a disability, kids are the worst, man. They will go right for your zone and they will hit you hardest. So maybe you weren't chosen because you couldn't run fast, or maybe you weren't chosen because you were short and you couldn't play basketball because you weren't tall enough. I don't know. But it can show up and map out in many different ways. And that's being released here. It's just like, come back to earth. It's okay to be different. You can be who the hell you are, doing what it is you're doing right here on earth, and you can find the right people. You can completely manifest in better ways. You just got to do the release work in the right way. And some of these have been deep wounding from previous relationships, from manipulations and things like that. That's all going away. You're choosing you. When you choose self, you choose you. The universe chooses you too. Because a lot of times when we don't even know what we want, sometimes the best thing we can do is say, you know what, universe, I choose myself, and I'd rather be alone. I'd rather be different and alone than be with people who are abusive and rude, combative, who are ugly and nasty and mean. I'd rather choose self-love, peace, and harmony. And if that means that you're not really in a world, you're in a world of your own, basically. You may have some sort of skills or something that puts you in a different world. Like it puts you outside of everybody else. And that's okay. There are other people that can relate to you, that you can connect to. I mean, look at me. My community would not accept if I was to open up a shop right down here in the middle of town. I promise you, I would probably have some bricks thrown through my windows, and I'm not even lying to you. I would have some ugly messages. I would probably be confronted on a daily basis with somebody in a Bible. I swear to you, I promise you, it would happen. Because it's already happened. And my friends are like, why don't you get a place? Why don't you? No, not here in anywhere near me. I would have to go to a more progressive urban. I would have to go to a more progressive urban environment for more people to accept what I do. Not around here. I love my people. I love my community. I love all of it. But I'm like, no, I can't do it. But I have reached out and I have said, apparently I am more universal. I need a wider audience. So I got on YouTube and guess what? Here you are. Here I am. Here we are. I have no problems. Nobody well, there's the evidently we have trolls that happen every now and then, but I have a place where I am accepted for what I do. And in that acceptance, I also have people that need me for what I do. You understand? So you may be completely different than anybody else you know. You may be a little odd, a little unique, or a little strange in some way, and that's okay. Accepting yourself first and foremost is always the best and most important thing to do. Okay? So I feel that very deeply there is a release of this feeling of ultimate rejection, and it could be by everybody and everything in your life, or from childhood, or a specific person, or somebody who manipulated you into making you believe that you didn't matter. Because that's a big deal too. So what else do you need? This is such a message today. Stand your ground. There you go. Be who you are in the world right now, being who you are. And don't be afraid of it. And the person, stand up for yourself. Stand your ground. Know your worth. Know who you are and that you are different. And the universe will back you up no matter what. The universe will back you up no matter what. Okay? Regardless. So you have a new beginning here. Some of you may have a very passionate connection coming in for you. My goodness. Mental conflict is over. It flew out in the reverse on this, and I'm going to take it where it lays. I play. And that is mental conflict coming to an end. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, universe. I don't care who you are, what you believe in. Thank you, universe. All that is. I told you, you're letting it go. You're releasing. And it would have been some deep wounding for the Hangsman here to be in reverse, saying you see it for what it is. You've reflected upon it. And you have emotionally released it. Like you stopped fighting it. Can't fight this feeling. Like every time I sing that song from Trolls, the movie Trolls, hey Bessa, then I start having trolls show up in my chat rooms. Okay, so you have officially started a new cycle. You have gone through some sort of transformation. It is here again. Base chakra, grounding, stand your ground, grounding, base chakra. You may have a very passionate connection here, or a connection that is possibly in transformation, or after your transformation here coming in. Damn, it's because you were in alignment with it. Fuck yes. Don't excuse me. I am who I am. So some of you have just been trapped in fear, and you are cutting through that fear. You are truly seeing what needs to be released. I mean, this is personal transformation. Seriously. This is personal transformation. Like big time transformation. Some of you, this could be a Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sag, Libra energy. This is beautiful energy. You're showing me major success from a spiritual standpoint. But, it's all about you, your own transformation, and you're changing things for yourself. So you have a new relationship coming in here. In regards to love, know your worth. Know that you deserve an amazing relationship. An amazing relationship will show up for you. Some of you, this could be a new beginning in love. It could be career. It could be all kinds of things, okay? So you are coming to an end, and what's transforming is now going from a -4, which is feelings of rejection, lack of stability in your life, lack of focus on, like, the confusion, lack of focus. It's changing to a positive 4 now. And that's about new beginnings, being excited about and focusing on new beginnings, more positive things, the bigger picture, and being willing to communicate, cooperate, and move into a more stable energy. This is total transformation for you from what you've dealt with. I don't know if this is a new person or if this is just your energy, which allows new manifestations or manifestations to come in properly. Okay. When you finally sever ties with being trapped in fear and procrastinating, you might have been a procrastinator. This is like confusion, mental confusion gone, procrastination gone, total focus forward. And stability, and I love it because we don't realize that what was it Redbeard said? Psychological trauma in one area of our life can actually freak us the fuck out and keep us from so much other stuff in all kinds of areas in our lives. Okay. It's just, this is amazing. And you're seeing it clearly. You're cutting through it. You're releasing the tension here. You're releasing this energy, and you're kind of like, well, let's learn a different way to life. Let's learn a different way to relationship. Thanks, Fred. Thanks, Fred. Fred said, good morning. How you doing? Beep, beep. Yeah, so you're laying down this burden, this overwhelm, the exhaustion, and you're starting a new cycle. Some of you may be starting a new job. Some of you may start to see your pentacles change because your emotions or your psychology has changed. Your mental or your mentality has changed, or your beliefs have changed. It's like you go from thinking, oh, I'm the last one standing. I'm so different. Nobody will ever get me, to changing your mindset to, it's good to be different. I'm fucking okay with that. I'm perfectly okay with that. That sets me apart from everybody else, and it's okay. It may be a little lonely sometimes at the top, but I'd rather be at the top than the bottom. I'd rather be dealing with that kind of chaos and 3D bullshit, and I'd rather be enjoying my spirituality and my alone time and things like that. The right person will come along in the right time. That's when you change your life. That moment when you switch the gears there. You're like, I'm good right here where I'm at. That changes things. Man, I'm telling you, 10 swords, 10 wands. And this has taken you quite some time for this shift, or to get this relationship, or to get this job, or to see some kind of financial success or abundance. I mean, you may not have had any money to spare. You may have just been getting by, and now you're going into an era of you're going to have a little extra, This is coming to an end. That's the Ace of Wands. That's the Ace of Swords. You're sharing with me again. You're starting a new cycle in the physical realm, in the mental realm, and in the 3D realm, because you're coming in to alignment. I told you, it's a total shift. This is a spiritual reading. I didn't expect. I never know what to expect. You shouldn't either. It is what it is. That's kind of why most people show up. And there's the Four of Wands, the stability in life, which I said is completely life-changing here. This is a completely life-changing reading. Oh, and it's something you've been waiting for. Boy, oh boy, when you stand your ground and you decide to, be proud of who you are, how you are, and you stand up for yourself. Some of you may have had to stand up against another person. Bessa says, I finally dumped my boyfriend. He went from angel to evil, tried to bring me down. Boom. That's a 7 wands right there. That's standing your ground. That's knowing your worth. And that's being able to do it. Okay. Not concerned about anything else other than I'm not going to be trapped in fear. I see clearly what this has caused me, or what this could be causing me, and deciding that you're not going to live in fear of someone, Thank you, Bessa, for sharing that. You're not going to be living in fear of living with someone, how they're going to treat you. If they're going to put you as a third party, you're like, I'm not dealing with the mental conflict of that. I've dealt with that confusion and that manipulation enough, not dealing with it, cutting it off, which tells the universe you're not wanting it moving forward, which means you change your script. You write a new chapter, and the universe says, okay, you don't want that. Let me bring you something else. And that something else can be everything. Because I'm talking about when you decide you refuse to deal with that kind of behavior or whatever this rejection or third party energy was. You're like, I'm not going to be rejected. I may have been out here an outcast or been dealing with this heaviness and this pain and this stress. It's all coming to an end. And for a lot of you, you may have dealt with this multiple times in these karmic relationships and these connections, and they were meant to teach you something. To trust yourself. To trust yourself. Not only trust yourself, but to trust the universe, that the universe has better for you. And that's when it comes in. Okay? You're finally in alignment. Some of you may be going through a divorce or a separation. This is so much time here. It's taken time. This could have been multiple relationships back to back or over time, or multiple times of conflict in one relationship, whatever. You're going to get what it is you truly want because you are in transformation mode. You won't accept being mistreated. Nope. There's the Hermit. You already know what it is you want, what it is you desire, and you've gone through enough that you will refuse to deal with this again. Whatever this was. Whether it was you were rejecting who you truly were and your skills or your skill sets, or whether you were being mistreated or dealing with third parties or manipulated, you're not going to deal with it anymore. So you are in manifesting mode right now. You're manifesting your next steps right now. So you may be at that crossroads. You may feel like you're at a crossroads right now, kind of between this, whatever this was, and seeing it clearly. You got your ships coming in. You're just waiting for them. You've already bought the ticket. You're standing in line. You're waiting there for the universe to show up your proper manifestations, whatever those are. Relationships, money, business, clients, whatever it is. You're trusting that the universe is bringing it to you. I love that. You're in alignment. Yeah. So there may be some people and some things that you are leaving behind, and that is okay. You may be changing your friendship groups. Look at you, lion, lioness, and lions. We call this inner strength. That's patience, inner strength. That's your inner badass. You can be loving and fierce. You can be strong and compassionate. It's one of my favorite cards. It's like you've got that soft control, but you know how to be a beast when you need to be. You can be the beauty and you can be the beast. And this is also a sense of innocence too. You're reclaiming a sense of innocence. I don't know exactly what that means, but that's what Fred is saying. It's almost as if like a renewal of energy, a freshness about you, a sense of innocence where you're like it's fresh and new beginnings, fresh beginnings, and innocence. Return to innocence. That's a song. Return to innocence. Who sings that song? Return to innocence. I like it. You may have just gone through so much in your life, being rejected and not chosen and living in fear and mental conflict. It's like finally you get to breathe fresh air, and it's okay to be who you are. It's okay to be who you are, whether or not you're coming out of the closet and you're telling people that you're gay or that you're bisexual. I don't care what it is. It's okay to be who you are in this world. It's okay. It's not just okay, it's something to celebrate. You understand? You should be celebrating yourself each and every day. Some of you have some celebrations to be doing here with the Four of Wands. Some of you, this could be a new job. This could be money flow, abundance, big payouts. Some of you, this could be a new relationship, but it is stability, like financial stability, home life, buying a home, building a home, finishing some projects, doing things that really needed your attention. And maybe you just got stuck in a rut for a while. Okay, there's the 10 Pentacles. Son of a bitch. Did I just say? What did I just say? Abundance and stability long term. Long term. Because why? You're not denying yourself. You're trusting yourself, and you're not relying on what other people have fucking told you or other people's opinions of you to hold you back or hold you down. You are saying, I am me, hear me roar, bitch, and you are going for something. You are shifting your life script here. And you're doing it all while you sleep in your manifesting time. You've healed something. Maybe you went through therapy. I don't know what this is. Some of you, this is just, maybe you went through a surgery that allowed you to. That's true for somebody. That's true for somebody. Hiccups. Some of you went through a healing crisis, or you went through some sort of surgery that allowed you to regain your independence or something. Again, I said disabilities and things like somebody, you may have needed a leg, you may have needed an arm or a wheelchair, something here, because this came out in one of my readings earlier, prior to this, about a healing crisis. So some of you may have just been doing your healing, kind of taking your time to do your manifesting, your meditating, but some of you may have had to go through a surgery, or you chose to go through a surgery that allows you to have more freedom in your life, whether it is you got a prosthetic or you got a wheelchair or, whatever it is. It allows you mobility and freedom in some way, shape, or form. You understand? And that's money in the bank right there. That's longevity. That's a renewal and a freshness. That's strength, feeling better, allowing you to get back to work, allowing you to get back on your own 2 feet, allowing you to get, purchase a home. Something here is shifting because you've done this healing. You've taken your time to sit back and reflect and heal. And this is big deal energy here. I can't get past how amazing this reading is. So yes, you have been on a major spiritual awakening, major spiritual journey. And yes, there are people you are leaving behind because you are ready for stability. You may have been going on a very long and dark healing journey. You may not have chose it. It chose you because you needed it. The universe knows what you need. And corner to corner, the universe knew that you were going through multiple karmic connections, that you were dealing with a lot of heavy karma, that you were dealing with a lot of stuff, and that you didn't deserve it. The universe stepped in, I believe, and helped you heal. It puts you in hermit mode to help you heal this fear of rejection, this third-party energy, so that you could actually have an abundance, the things that you truly do deserve. Maybe you didn't realize that you were manifesting negatively. The universe knows who you are. I got to say this, that regardless of how much you manifest and how much you journal and how much you write and how much you are, maybe you're depressed or you're anxious, or how much you over concern or overthink things. A lot of times we don't realize it, but the universe will give us what we desire. It may take some time because we have a lot of resistance in the way. But because it doesn't matter how much you fear it, it doesn't matter how much you overthink it and stress it and think that you can't have it. It doesn't matter how many limiting beliefs are in the way. The universe knows how much you desire something. And if your desire for that something is so much more greater than your resistance to it, than your fears, your limiting beliefs, and all that shit that gets in the way, it will still give it to you. It may take some time. And they may have to drop you into some shit that you got to figure out. They may put you in timeout from anything. They may put you a world away from other people to give you time to release the resistance. It's like, time out. You're bench warming. Go home. Hit the showers. Universe says, go home. Hit the showers. Go home. You don't need to be playing this game right now. You got some healing to do. And we may get pissed off at that, or we may not understand why there's no options, there's no opportunities, why we feel like we can't get it together, why we feel like nobody ever chooses us, why we have no options, why... And you're just kind of plugging yourself into third parties. It's like, just anyone or anything, please, anybody just love me, or anybody just accept me. Because you're so lonely, or you're so distanced from... And the universe is like, I'm going to need you to set your ass down and stop messing with these people. I'm going to keep setting your ass down and sending you home until you stop messing with this kind of energy. Stop messing with manipulators. Stop messing with third parties. Stop messing with it. Go home. Do your healing. Go to sleep. Get some rest. Go on a vacation. Do something. Because the universe is actually trying to bring you in your true desires. Your true desires. The ones you've been trying to manifest, that you've been getting in your own way about. And that's why we go on spiritual journeys, spiritual awakenings. That's why we get put in hermit mode and we get timeouts from the universe. That's why we don't have what it is we want right away. Because the universe is like, I need you to sit your ass down so I can work things out for you. I need you to do some healing and some reflecting and some meditating. I need you to do some work. Heal, reflect, breathe. Let me work shit out for you. And when you finally just say, I got nothing else to do but give up. I give up to you, universe. And that's when, like, you're finally worn out, you're exhausted, you're mentally exhausted, physically exhausted, it's all exhaustion. You're like, I'm done with fear, can't handle it anymore. Boom. And the universe is like, you finally gave up. You finally gave me control. You allowed me to take over. You stopped resisting. Thank you. Thank you. Now I can give you something I know you'll love, I know you'll enjoy, and that you've been desiring and waiting for a long time. Congratulations. Congratulations. That's the judgment. You had some lessons to learn here in this lifetime. And you had some things that you had to address. Okay. That, my friends, is worlded out. We have Judgment, the King of Wands. So you had to make some decisions to close out some cycles here, and you had to take action on it. And you had to world it out. You have learned this lesson. For me, the world and Judgment automatically mean major life lessons. So I don't know if you were dealing with somebody that was manipulative. Maybe you self-sabotaged. Maybe you were a total bitch. I don't know. It can be different things for different people. You understand? But Congratulations. It's you got beautiful beautiful new options and opportunities coming in here. Like very soon. Like now. Now moving forward. So you might have already started seeing some different things showing up for you. You may have started seeing past people returning, past people trying to reach out to you. Some of you may have gotten job offers. It's like just pay attention from now on. Even the littlest things that you maybe didn't even realize you were trying to manifest. You may see a lot of different things starting to show up for you. And I want you to celebrate and trust yourself for doing the work. Trust the universe to bring you better. And whatever it is that you've gone through, this is pretty friggin' amazing. And I did not expect to do a reading this long today. Thought 20 minutes we'd be done. No, universe is like, don't put expectations on me. I will, I will make you do a deep dive any day. And you are heading straight for some sort of success, abundance, and stability in life. A lot of you, this may be financial. You have 10 pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, 10 pentacles, and yes, it can also be love and relationships because you have 4 of Wands and the 10 pentacles, which is involving another person, but this can be long-term legacy money shit right here. It could be like a money idea that you have that sets you on a path that stabilizes your life and allows you to buy a home and all kinds of things. Okay. So just keep listening to your intuition, keep going where you're guided, keep doing what you're doing, and keep trusting the universe to bring you more. That's all I got to say. And you got an Ace of Wands under here too. So that could be new projects, new relationships, getting busy, having fun. But it's a feeling of confidence and excitement. You've got a lot of new here. Ace of Swords, communication, clarity, Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. We're missing the Ace of Cups. So, right now, we're missing the Ace of Cups. So I don't see cups on here. So right now, it may not be about love. It might be more about stability and finances for you and rebuilding your confidence after a long haul. A long time coming. Financial abundance. There's no cups here except for 8 of Cups. So you're walking away from something. And I believe that something has been a crossroads. You may be leaving a lot of friends and different people behind. Your life looks like it might be changing for the better right now moving forward, like very soon. So congratulations on doing the work and learning whatever lesson this was and closing out this chapter, seeing somebody or seeing yourself in some way that needed to change or shift. Until next time, like, share, subscribe, join the tribe. Check me out on my other channels. I love each and every one of you, and I love doing this reading for you today. Keep growing and keep going, baby. It looks like it's going to get so much better and much more stable than it has been because you showed up with one of your first cards as a 2 of Pentacles. I don't know what to fucking do. I'm confused. I'm just trying to stay above water. Stability. Long term. That's good. I like it. Namaste.